Hello, my friends. Happy feast, happy Bayram, happy Eid, happy festival of sacrifice, happy feast of sacrifice. Of course, all of these things related to the feast, the Muslim feast that started today and will be like 4 days. So, first of all, I wanted to say happy feast and enjoy the feast. And second, I thought I'd share some vocabulary related to the feast with you. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. So now let's start. First of all, the feast for me is usually family gatherings and seeing family, friends, more than anything else. And of course, you know that this feast is related somehow to sacrifice and to some sort of food. So, first of all, I'll start by talking about the animals of the feast. Of course, the sacrifice is done with sheep. Of course, you know sheep, the animal that has fur and white fur, or sometimes brown or black, and it's kind of big. Also, we have a goat and we have billy goat. Billy goat is the male goat. There's cow, there's camel. All of these animals are related to the feast. On the first day of the feast, very early, there is feast prayer. What's meant by prayer? Prayer is when you talk to God in private or in a ceremony to express your love, your admiration, your thanks, to give your thanks, your respect, to talk to God about something that's bothering you. Praying is not only for Muslims, praying is for Muslims, Christians, Jews, and all religions, but it differs in the rituals or how you do it. We go to the mosque to pray. Mosque is the building for the Muslims. It's religious building where Muslims go to pray and to perform some religious rituals. In Christianity, there is church. So the mosque is the building for the Muslims to go and to pray. After we pray, we usually go to do the sacrifice. What's meant by sacrifice? And this is the whole idea of this feast, is the sacrifice. Sacrifice is to give up something valuable for the sake of someone you love or you like. In religion, sacrifice is to kill an animal and to offer it to God. So that's why we sacrifice sheep or cow or goat, billy goat, camels, all those things. Okay, so how do we sacrifice the animal? Usually we slaughter the animal. Slaughter means to kill an animal, usually by cutting the neck. This is the verb to slaughter. There's another verb, it's to butcher. To butcher is to cut the animal into pieces of meat. So first you slaughter the animal and then you butcher it into pieces of meat. Also, there are some kind of food that's very popular and common that we eat on the feast. The most common, I think, is the fatta. Fatta is bread, rice, meat. And we do like a red sauce, tomato sauce, and garlic and vinegar. Or we can make a white sauce for it. This is the most well-known and common food that we eat on this feast. Also, there are other things like croquet and some other stuff, Egyptian and Arabic stuff. I don't know if other Muslim countries that are not Arabic, do you eat fakta and these things as well, or you eat something else? Please let me know in the comments below if you eat something else on the feast. But usually, this feast is about meat. So the thing that we eat every day on the feast is the meat. Any type of meat, but we just cook it differently. But meat, liver, these things. Okay, so this is for the food. There is no specific dessert on this feast for us here in Egypt. I'm talking about Egypt because mainly that's where I am. No specific dessert, but what's specific is the main dish or the meat and these things. Okay, we also have performed some rituals. I want you to know the word rituals. By the way, all the words you will find them written in the description box below, so you can know the spelling. Rituals is to do fixed actions or to say certain words regularly, whether it's traditional reason or for a religious reason. For example, how you pray, how you fast, how you do religious things. These are called rituals. Or some tribes, for example, small groups in like primitive groups. Sometimes they dance in a certain way as a religious thing. This is not for Muslims. I'm talking about some other countries. This is called ritual, fixed actions that you do regularly for religious reasons or for traditional reasons, some sort of tradition. Okay, maybe the last thing I'm gonna talk about is something very related to this feast, which is pilgrimage. You know, on this feast, which is the big feast, we call it big feast or Bayram or feast of sacrifice. Usually we go to pilgrimage. Okay, we do pilgrimage. Pilgrimage means in Arabic it's hajj. Hajj is pilgrimage. For you who are not Arabic speakers, I'll explain it in English. Pilgrimage is to go on a sacred religious journey, going to a certain holy place or sacred place, a place that you feel it's holy, it's pure, it's clean, where you go to perform some religious rituals. For Muslims, we go to Mecca for pilgrimage, okay, in Saudi Arabia. This is the pilgrimage. The person who goes on pilgrimage is called pilgrim. Pilgrim is the person, and the action itself is pilgrimage. This is mostly the vocabulary that we use for this feast. I really wish you to enjoy those 4 days. For me, the feast really arouses some memories of childhood. Actually, I believe somehow that feast is most enjoyed by kids because they wear new clothes. They buy like fireworks, stuff like that. I don't know if in your country you do that too or no. Also, elders and grown-ups or adults, we give money for the kids to go and buy some toys and some sweets. So mostly, I think feast is enjoyed mostly by kids. As for us adults, we enjoy the family gathering, we enjoy the time off from work, and just to chill out and to relax with your family, your friends. Sometimes you see people whom you haven't seen in a long time, and to call people and to, you know, say happy feast for people that you haven't talked to in a long time. So I think these kind of holy days and happy days are very important. I wish you all the best during the feast. I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to give this video thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel and to hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. And till next time, see you in the next time. Bye.